Just about 2 years ago, I reviewed my first Marloe watch, the Beacon. That watch has unfortunately been discontinued, but the British-based brand did not stop producing watches. As a matter of fact, last year they released an amazing chronograph called the Atlantic. One of their latest watches, though, is the Solent Cardinal, a simple and clean-looking maritime-inspired watch with a bead-blasted case, Miyota 9039 movement, and a choice of 2 dial colors. This is a fun, colorful, and affordable watch. So let's take a look. The Solent has 2 color options, as I said. This one is dubbed the Cardinal, but there is a white dial available as well, the Windward. And as you can see on screen, this is not just a color change, as both dials are very different. Pricing comes in at $415, and that includes a choice of 5 different straps. I had Marloe go ahead and send me 2, the yellow silicone rubber and the ribbed black Horween leather. At 42 millimeters, this is not exactly a small watch, but it is very thin and extremely lightweight and wearable. Allow me to read you the full specifications. As I said, 42 millimeters is the width, but it is only 10.5 millimeters thick, so no worries about fitting this under a cuff. 22 millimeters is your lug width, and all straps come with quick release pins. The length of the case comes in at just about 47 millimeters, and the case is roughly bead blasted, and as stated on their website, intentionally done so to allow for a patina over time. Only 100 meters of water resistance here and no screw down crown, and the movement is the Miyota 9039, allowing for the no date dial. Speaking of the dial, that is where we will start. Marloe states that the Cardinal dial takes inspiration from navigational buoys, and you will notice it is ever so slightly textured. At certain angles, it does look almost like there is dust on the dial. I'm not sure what they used to texture the dial or what they incorporated into it, but sometimes it does reflect light and can make you think the watch dial or crystal is dirty when it is not. Now, for those that go out on the ocean, you probably noticed the cardinal points at 12, 3, 6, and 9, and the triangles on the dial help you to display the direction which you must pass the buoy. Now, not to sound ignorant, but I know nothing about being out on the ocean in any capacity really, but I will say I really like the dial layout and I love the choice of hands they used here. This is just a good looking, easy to read dial. One thing that this dial lacks though is lume. I was surprised as well, but there is in fact no lume applied anywhere to this dial or hands. The case design is familiar to others out on the market with the downward lugs, but it is a very wearable case design and has that industrial look about it, and the finish and feel of the bead blasting is quite unique. It is not completely smooth nor extremely rough, it kind of lands in between. It's actually kind of hard to describe. Your fingers run over it smoothly, but then you can feel slight texture. Not to sound weird, but I actually found myself rubbing my fingers on the case often as I was reviewing this piece, as it is just pleasant to the touch. Inspecting the case further, I'm not sure if the case was cast as one piece or if the lugs were soldered on after the fact. I doubt it will affect the durability either way, as this feels like a pretty solid watch, and I wasn't able to confirm this one way or another. Unlike the rest of the case, the crown is high polished and concave, giving way to a unique look. It is easy to grip, and as I said, it is a push-pull crown, and with a smooth movement like the 9039, setting the time is a very simple process. If you like seeing movements, well, just turn it around and you will see what I consider a plain and boring movement. But I know people love to see the movements no matter what, and while I do not like the look of the movement, the porthole window inspired caseback is kind of cool. When it comes to the straps and wearability, I prefer the Horween leather strap, but there are a few caveats with that. Both straps are the standard size, with the silicone measuring 120 by 75 and the leather 120 by 80, and as you can see, both fit on my 7.5-inch wrist no problem. The yellow silicone is comfortable, but silicone makes me sweat after wearing it all day, so it's never my favorite. The Horween is fantastic, but I'm not sure this rib design goes with this watch, and it was not designed for this watch as they are recycling straps from the Atlantic chronograph they released last year. As such, you will notice the buckle does not match anything about this watch at all, and in fact it is far too refined and polished for a casual watch such as the Solent. But it is damn comfortable, and it's a very beautiful strap, and maybe you can just swap out the buckle to something a little more plain. So I think the Solent Cardinal is a nice piece. It is certainly affordable, but I do question two things. One, if this is a Maritime-inspired watch, why does it not have a screw-down crown? I know this is not a dive watch, but with the type of case use here and how easily the crown could be pulled out, I'm not sure a pull-out crown was the best choice. My other question is, why no lume? Honestly, I was surprised when I was doing photography and I hit it with the UV light, only to see it has no lume. I guess I should have checked the website first and realized there's not one lume shot, and that was kind of telling right there. But I want to hear what you guys think of this Marloe Solent Cardinal down in the comment section below. Sound off and leave your feedback about this piece. If you'd like this video, give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribing and hitting that notification bell is always appreciated, and then you will never miss one of our videos. If you want to stay up to date with us in between reviews, you can find us on social media. It is at watchreport on all channels, and all links will be in the description as usual. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.